Yo, maybe stuff's actually friggin' happening now.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Yo friends, what's happening? And welcome back to the channel of Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I do hope you're doing well, mate. As always, really do hope that. And welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here on the channel where I reflect on what's been said about Chelsea, giving you my thoughts on it, my opinions. More importantly, asking for yours. There's lots to catch up on. Since we last spoke yesterday, and I'm going to try and get through it today. I'm going to talk about Matt Law's article about Tottenham looking for Axel Disasi, who of course we thought was going to Villa. Crystal Palace could be getting Ben Chilwell. Aaron Anselmino could be out the door. Looks like Casadei is done now. Chelsea want to buy a midfielder, which to me seems a little bit crazy, considering we've got Santos and we've got Unga Chukwu on loan, but we're going to get into all of it today. So as always, guys, thanks for joining me. Thank you for supporting the content. To do so, all you have to do is like and subscribe. Only subscribe if you want to, but hit the bell if you choose to. Yeah? Let's get into it. Alright, first of all, Mathy Tell. So much has happened since we last spoke with the French versatile Bayern Munich attacker. He was pretty much, the decision was made, he's leaving Bayern, maybe on a loan, most probably on a permanent, until Daniel Levy flew over to Germany and scared him off from England entirely. That's right, Bournemouth had a €60 million package agreed with Bayern Munich to buy Mathy Tell, and Daniel Levy flew all the way to Munich, and it was under 2 hours. The next tweet from Romano was like, Mathy Tell has rejected Tottenham and and is not interested. So loads of Chelsea fans were like, oh my god, we've got to sign him, just if anything to transfer the Willian chant over to Mathy Tell. And Chelsea legend in my book already rejected Tottenham, etc, etc. But even though there are still a small chance he could leave Bayern Munich, we'll see what happens in the next 2 days, the final 2 days of the transfer window, or 3 if you include today, of course. Something could happen, but other stuff is happening, gang, and it's worth mentioning. Finally, we've got the deal for Casadei over the line, getting to Italy. I think it was probably always in the offing, but I think probably Chelsea were just biding their time and waiting to see what happens. But Romano did tweet yesterday evening, Cesare Casadei to Torino from Chelsea. Here we go. It's 15 million with a 25% sell-on clause, and he signed his contract already. So Casadei is done. He's a Torino player. Chelsea pretty much made their money back, and should he get sold for a half-decent amount of money, Chelsea would make a bit of profit on him with a 25% sell-on clause. So, all things considered, maybe not the worst piece of business in the world, but we're happy it's done. Alrighty-ho, then. In a moment, we're going to react to this article here from Matt Law, but I do want to speak about some other stuff quickly first. Aaron Anselmino, let's have a look at this. This is from Romano. Olympique Marseille are in talks to sign Aaron Anselmino from Chelsea on loan for the end of the season. Official bid has been sent, as L'Equipe reported. Understand also Borussia Dortmund have asked Anselmino as an option. Say what you want about Chelsea and the project. Apparently we get players that teams want. Aaron Anselmino hasn't actually played in Europe yet. We bought him from Boca, we loaned him back. He's trained with Chelsea, and already the big, Marseille are an exciting project at the moment in France, and Dortmund are a big team. They're already all asking Chelsea about his signature. I mean, what Maresca said when asked about him, we brought him back because we think he's good enough. Maybe that was just to be honest, you shouldn't believe anything a manager says in the press conference, as a rule. Unless it's a very upset and grumpy Antonio Conte, who's just raging against the board and speaking angry truths. If they're towing the party line, just never believe anything they say, whether it's Pep, whether it's Arteta, whether it's Maresca, So, he could go, whatever. Hopefully we make money if he sell him eventually, or if he's good, he plays for us. What else can I say? Romano did also tweet this, which is definitely a talking point. Oh, that's just my face. But this is how I feel. He says this. Where are we? Chelsea remain in the market for a new midfielder and part of the final day's plan. Board are working to find the best solution to support Maresca with a new midfielder. Now, this really bakes my noodle, as the expression from The Matrix goes, because I'm guessing this is a functional, more defensive midfielder, because we've got Enzo, we've got Andre Santos, which are two incredible options for the offensive 8, the left pocket, half-space player, and therefore you shouldn't invest significantly. Unless, of course, this is simply a 6-month loan. But for me, personally, I think I'd like to bring back a Leslie Ugachukwu to rotate and cover for a Moises Caicedo. And then you can save all that dinero, that money, to spend in the summer on a big old striker. A lovely striker, a goal scorer, a finisher. I've been moaning on my social media, at Football Yannick on Instagram, if you want to follow me on social media. Only on the gram, because Twitter's an s-hole. I mean, I've got a burner account here that I use, but I'm not active on it. I was moaning that Chelsea only have 2 finishers in the squad, and one's called Cole Palmer, and one is called Christopher Nkunku. And Christopher Nkunku seemingly doesn't work in this team and seemingly doesn't want to be here. And he will probably go to Bayern Munich in the summer, unless some crazy things change in the next hours. So that we're going to lose one, and we've only got one natural finisher. Jackson's a great forward. He's a good striker. He'll get better, but he's not a natural finisher. And I was like romanticizing about, failed signing Higuain on my social media because, anyway, look, the point is we just need natural finishers. I feel like we've got midfielders. If this is a 6 months loan for like a Douglas Luiz or someone like that, then fine. It could be the difference in us qualifying for the Champions League and getting that rotation in and taking control of games. I ain't actually got a problem with that too much. But it does seem, look, at the end of the day, loads of Chelsea fans are saying we need to sort out the midfield. But I don't think necessarily loads of Chelsea fans are saying we need to sign a midfielder this January, because A, it's not the best market to dip into, and B, I just let me know your thoughts on that. Let's move on. Right, Matt Lord tweeting, and Romano and other people since. Crystal Palace are interested in taking Ben Chilwell on loan from Chelsea. Palace are prioritising a left centre-back. Of course, they lost the centre-back this month in Chalobah returning to Chelsea. But Chilwell deal could be done on Monday, so deadline day, basically. I would love this for Chile. He needs to play football. Premier League football is great, especially if it's not a relegation-threatened team. As much as Palace fans on social media hate Chelsea for, trying to take Gehi, recalling Chalobah, trust me, and, Parish got annoyed with Michael Elise thing the first time we tried to sign him and threatened to sue us or something. But the truth is, it's a really beneficial relationship between Crystal Palace and Chelsea Football Club. Obviously, some players go there and don't do great, like maybe Michy Batshuayi. But, Ruben Loftus-Cheek was really good, and under number 8 there. Conor Gallagher was really, really good there. I know we brought him back, but Chalobah was really helpful to them for 6 months at least. We sold the Mark Gehi for £18 million. They're going to make a huge profit on him. It is a good relationship, it's been beneficial, and I don't think they'd want to soil that. And obviously, lines of communication are open. And if Ben Chilwell can't go to a big European team, let him stay in London. Doesn't have to move. Go to Crystal Palace, play some football. Tuchel loves. It just needs to. Thomas Tuchel, right? If Ben Chilwell's starting for Crystal Palace every game, even though it's Crystal Palace, I think he gets called up for the England squad for Thomas Tuchel because he knows and loves him. That's how big and important it is. Let's move on. Right, it's an exclusive from Matty Tell of The Telegraph about Disasi. Of course, we thought he was off to Aston Villa. Tottenham Hotspur have expressed an interest to sign Chelsea defender Axel Disasi in case a move for another Chelsea defender, Fikayo Tomori, falls through. Now, can I just say, if Tomori is proper Chelsea, and I'm not sure he is, but he was like academy boy. Obviously a bit sad of how he had to go to Milan, but worked out for him. He won the friggin' Scudetto, great move, learned Italian, amazing life experience, whatever. It's a happy ending, apart from just about missing out on that Champions League win at Chelsea. But it is ultimately an awesome story, yeah. Don't go to Tottenham, mate. Amid fears, of course, their defender Radu Dragonson could miss the majority of the remainder of the season. They've got an absolute injury crisis over in Spurs. Dragonson and Spurs are still waiting to find out the full extent of his injury, with no definitive timeframes put on his absence yet. But there is concern he could be ruled out for the rest of the campaign, which has highlighted Tottenham's desperation to sign a defender before the window shuts. Tottenham have agreed a deal in principle with Milan for Tomori, but it's not certain the former Chelsea defender will agree a move to Spurs so late in the window. Plus, he's proper Chelsea. Don't go Tottenham, mate. He might do, who knows. As they wait to find out on whether Tomori will move, Spurs have weighed up the possibility of approaching Chelsea over Disasi, who of course has been subject of heavy interest from Aston Villa. We all thought that was a done deal. Apparently it's only Cesare Casadei done deal. Chelsea leaving all their business very late. Chelsea are prepared to let Disasi leave before the window shuts, as we know, but they're insistent their terms must be right. They will only loan him with an obligation to buy, or if they receive a significant loan fee. They would also consider offers to sign Disasi permanently, provided the market is a fair price. So Tottenham are in trouble. Chelsea are braced for a, quote, very busy end to the window with a number of potential exits. And the club's still looking at number 9s, wingers, and midfielders, either for now in the summer. Yeah. They are unlikely to follow up interest on Mathy Tell, who turned down Spurs this month. Lol. Tell has requested guarantees of playing time to leave Bayern Munich this window, which clubs have understandably been reluctant to grant. Because as much as we get frustrated with, Jackson and even Sancho at times, they are both good players that can, deliver in the Premier League. And if, Tell's like guaranteed time in one of those spots and just absolutely flops, then it's a problem, innit? Here we go. Alejandro Garnacho remains on Chelsea's radar, although talks are yet to accelerate. A late move for the Man United star has not yet been ruled out. Chelsea have a list of strikers. They are making checks on, including the likes of Brighton's Evan Ferguson, we spoke about yesterday. Ipswich Town's Liam Delap, which I kind of like. I know it's not a sexy signing, but personally I think that would be good. Sporting's Victor Gyökeres, which probably would be the most high-profile and sexy signing of this bunch hand-picked here. Of course, he's been scoring an insane amount of goals. He's a bit more senior and he's looked good in the Champions League. And RB Leipzig's Benjamin Seschko, who looks like a really good 9, who can hit the ball hard and he's sort of tall and strong. And he's young. So Chelsea like that. It's unclear whether or not Delap, Gyökeres or Seschko could be allowed to leave this month. Ferguson, of course, is be allowed to leave, but they are unlikely to sanction a loan to Chelsea, which means that Chelsea would have to sign him permanently. It would be obviously a lot cheaper than their original quotes, but I would only be prepared to take a loan with an option, personally, for Ferguson. I do think he's a good striker, but come on. The scenario has not yet been ruled out where Chelsea are looking at whether or not to sign a midfielder. And of course, that's what Romano has just said. We are looking at a midfielder. Wow. There's so much to dissect here, so I'm going to put it out to you guys. As always, I urge and ask you guys to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Sort of take the mood, temperature of the Chelsea fans. Thank you to everyone who's been buying the merch, by the way. Clearly, people dig it. The Football Therapy logo merch and the Goat Gang merch. There's products and links under the video. Should you want to buy some of that and support that ting. And yeah, man, as soon as some news pops, I'm going to be here reacting. So make sure you don't miss a beat. Come back and see me. Make me smile, etc. All right, see you in a bit. Peace.